Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Touchline Talk, where we bring you the latest in the world of football going on around. And if you are just joining us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's talk about football. Turn your notification because we drop videos every single day. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the World Cup has ended and the new season, especially the Premier League, is starting just like that. And Arsenal are ready to defend their win. They are ready to defend their win. And just like that, and definitely promises to be super exciting to see how this season is going to turn out. There's been a lot of arguments, a lot of ideas. Oh, Arsenal are not worthy to be champions, but somehow they are in it and they are winning. And we also what happened yesterday. Manchester City falling to Arsenal. Arsenal right now, to me personally, is a team to beat. They are the most consistent. They are the most grounded, the most stable. Because right now, Manchester City, new coach, some players coming, even Rodri going away. Chelsea, new coach, new players coming in. Tottenham, new coach, new players coming in. Manchester United, new coach, new players coming in. It's going to be a crazy one. And let me know in the comment section what you feel. What do you feel? What do you think is going to happen? Because looking at it, to me personally, it's going to be another runaway win for Arsenal. Because they're just the top team right now. You cannot argue with that. Look at what happened against Manchester City. The whole Manchester City. A few months ago, they demolished Arsenal. Even though they were beating, was it 2-0 or 2-1 at the Carabao Cup final? Everybody was somehow disappointed at what exactly is going on with Arsenal. They can't simply compete with Manchester City. But look at what happened at the Community Shield. Even though some people will argue that it's just a shield, it's just a season opener, nothing to worry about. But that is a sign to me personally. That is a sign of things to come. Sign of things to come. I mean, just imagine Manchester City can't withstand Arsenal. It just took them 24 seconds to fall apart. Calafiori banging in the goals. Kai Havertz, that's another player seems we need to give our respect to. He seems to be a big time player, big game player. At the Champions League finals, he scored. Even at what's it called? At the last um, uh, World Cup, this guy scored. So this guy, we need to give him his flowers. He's one of the best, no doubt, and we can't argue with that. We can't argue with that at all. We can't argue with that. This is a very, very solid player. Kai Havertz, big kudos to you. And Odegaard that we all seem to have written off. Uh, what's wrong with this guy? He's not playing well. But somehow, he seems to be doing what needs to be done. And just look at the goal he scored. Just look at the goal he scored. That guy, to me, I Odegaard, seems we are underestimating this guy. This guy is one of the best, no doubt, one of the best. So, therefore, uh, let's keep our fingers crossed and we are keeping an eye on Arsenal. For me, full disclosure, I'm an Arsenal fan, no doubt, true and true. Over the years, I've been following them, and this is our year. And looking at it, Arsenal might, I'm not saying it's certain, they might retain this tournament. They might retain this Premier League, no doubt. Because the way things are going right now, uh, I don't think uh, anybody can stop them. They seem to be the most, the most stable right now. So big, 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 big kudos to Arsenal. So over 90 minutes, they just didn't play anything. To be sincere, Manchester City didn't play anything. They were not ready. But the Premier League starts and there won't be any excuse. It's easy to say it's just a Premier, it's just a preseason friendly, a community shield. It's easy to say all that. But the Premier League season starts in the next 4 days. Arsenal Coventry, who will be right here and will watch the game. And as usual, Arsenal starts slowly, and before you know it, they catch up and they lead for some time. So right now they have the experience. They've won something before. They've won the Premier League. So you just saw them playing with confidence, playing with confidence against Manchester City. So big kudos. We are keeping our fingers crossed, and we are going to see how that's going to play out at the end of the day. I don't want to see it as a fluke. Arsenal are a really, really good side. They're a really, really top side. So, for the 2026 Community Shield, over to you, Arsenal, and and big kudos to them. And also, still talking about the Community Shield, we all saw what happened. Uh, Rodri wasn't in the team for Manchester City, and they seemed out of place. They seemed it just seemed that something was wrong. Something was really, really wrong. And to be sincere, looking at it right now, uh Manchester City have always struggled without Rodri. Arguably one of their best players. One of their best players. So Rodri not featuring. At the end of the day, it was announced that he will be joining Barcelona, one of the one of the biggest teams in Europe. And I'm beginning to wonder how Manchester City are going to cope over the 26-27 season. With a new coach, Maresca, personally, I don't think Maresca is going to perform any magic. Personally, for me, I don't see them performing any magic. If they are able to do that, kudos to them. But the way things are, I doubt, I doubt, I doubt. But we will keep our fingers crossed and we'll see how that's going to play out between Manchester City and Real Madrid. They will definitely, definitely will be finding it very, very difficult. It's going to be a tough one for them. It's going to be a very, very tough one for Manchester City. Let me know what you feel about them. Thank you, Parik. You are welcome. And Parik, truly, we've just discussed the Premier League starts this week. Truly, it starts this week. And uh, Premier League says a top four finish for Manchester City this year will be a success. Wow. How have the mighty fallen? A top four finish for Manchester City will be a success. And to be sincere with you, I agree with you because looking at Manchester City without Pep Guardiola, one of the best coaches, I just don't know how they are going to perform. I just don't know what they are going to do. It's going to be a tough one for them. It's definitely, definitely going to be a tough one for Manchester City. No Rodri, no Pep, no. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. It's still a long ride. Uh, Maresca is a good coach, but not a great one. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Uh, since his days at Chelsea, I just had that feeling that, mm, to me, even that win against PSG at the Club World Cup, more or less like, to me, more or less like a fluke. It was just like a fluke. And tactically, he doesn't look sound. He doesn't. He doesn't look sound. And how he's going to cope with Manchester City because getting into the big shoes because so Mr. Said Pep has left a big shoe, very difficult to fill. I don't know how they are going to do that. How they are going to uh, fill up that shoe left by uh, Pep. I just hope because something within me is telling me that the first coach to be sacked could be Manchester City. Well, we don't have any record of Manchester City sacking that coach because over the past 10 years that Pep has been with them, he has been there. They have been consistent. So they don't have a record of them sacking coaches. I didn't being is at Chelsea, even though he was at Chelsea entirely, I would say he's going to be the first coach to be sacked. But we'll keep our fingers around and see. Because that game against Manchester City doesn't give us anything solid to talk about. Doesn't give us anything to solid to talk about. But it's very difficult. Who do you think will challenge Arsenal for a title this year? Liverpool, City, Chelsea? Yeah, because looking at it, that's what I was saying. I I find it difficult to determine who's going to challenge us. Because look at Liverpool. They just got Iraola, trying to get some players, trying coming from a to a small team, going to a big team. It might be like Slot coming in and winning the Premier League. It's possible. Anything is possible. But looking at it, it's going to be hard. City with Maresca, we're already seeing a glimpse of what they are going to do. For Chelsea, as I don't know, because when Yabi Alonso was at Bayern Leverkusen, he did well. He won. I think they went unbeaten. They won the Bundesliga. But when he got to Real Madrid, where the pressure was much more higher, he couldn't do anything about it. And so at the end of the day, he was sacked from Real Madrid. Chelsea, well, to be sincere, looking at Liverpool, City, and Chelsea, the team that might challenge Arsenal could just be Manchester City. Because to me, they look like they want to, who might give Arsenal a run for their money. But what do I know? We keep our fingers crossed and see what's going to happen. And looking at Spurs to be sincere, they've they spent a lot. They bought Tonali, and who else did they buy? Fernandez. Both of them close to 200 million pounds. That's a lot of money. Truly, money can buy you success, but at times, money might not buy you the title that you want. You need a good coach and sound players. And truly, we seem to be underrating Tottenham Hotspur. They might do something this season. They might. Uh, Harik has said, imagine Spurs fighting for the title, or even Manchester United. Uh, to be sincere, uh, it's going to be a hard one. This season, very, very difficult to predict. Very, very difficult to predict. We can say. Definitely, you are right. You are 100% right. Because looking at Spurs on paper, very solid team. They've assembled lots of wonderful players. But the question now is, will they perform? Will they be able to transfer this into the league? That's another thing. So that's why we all can't wait for the league to start. We all can't wait. That's why we all can't wait for the league to start. But from there, we'll be able to know who is who uh, in the league. We'll be able to know who is who and who is going to perform. And once they start, then we'll see. And even though, because at the end of the season, just like the way I see football, uh, after week 15, we begin to have a picture of who is going to do wonders. So, Tottenham also will play in Brentford. Okay, and to be sincere, Parik, this season is very, very hard to predict. See, we have been going up and down. Is it Tottenham Hotspur? Is it City? Is it Liverpool? Is it Manchester United? Is it Chelsea? Is it Arsenal? We just can't say. Can't say. We are all confused this season, very because of the transition of most of the big teams. Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Manchester United. Uh, that's why we don't know. Even preseason has been neither here nor there. But definitely once it starts, and for me, by week 15, we're beginning to have a picture of what's possible or what might happen in the 26-27 season. Begin to have a picture. Because last season, Liverpool were run away. Even though they weren't playing good, we just had that feeling that this team is going to crumble at the end of the day. I think they won their first 5 games or so. And after some time, we were looking for them on the table. Yeah. Yeah, so sad. We are a growing channel coming gradually. And with time, things will work out fine. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just in any way you can support us, subscription, support, it goes a long way. Sharing our life, and it might call others to uh, to come in. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things. And definitely, uh, it's going to be an interesting season. That's one thing I just know that. So that's why most of us can't wait. So, what do you think? Who do you think most likely would win? Thank you, Parik. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. That will go a long way. That will go a long way. Thanks for sharing. Anyway, you can support our channel, jewels, subscription. It goes a long way. Yeah, maybe I'm biased because I'm an Arsenal fan, but at, if as an Arsenal fan, to me, the way I'm always realistic, if I look at the team and the team is not doing well, even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I won't say, oh, we are going to win it. We are going to win it. But looking at it so far, Arsenal is the most consistent team. But let the season start and we're going to see who's going to win it. Yes, Parik, good one. And that was my own thought too, that you somehow PSG might just win the third one. They might just win the third in a row. Real Madrid, I'm still not yet keen. Well, I've not watched their matches. I've not watched, but I'm not too keen about Madrid. They might surprise me, but in the Champions League, I see PSG doing well. I see Arsenal also doing well at the Champions League. Madrid also might do well, also, no doubt. They will do well. Uh, but definitely, it's going to be a tough season. It's going to be a hard one. Barcelona also brought in Rodri. They've brought in some players to juice their team up. So La Liga is something to watch. La Liga is something to watch. So no doubt it's going to be an interesting one, and we can't wait. We can't wait because uh, because looking at it, this to me it's about the coach. It's not about how much you spend. If you like, you spend the 500 million. If you don't spend it wisely, you might not even win anything. But for me, it's about having a good coach, having sound players, and that's all. That's all. Because if you don't have that, I don't know how you are going to do it. It's going to be a tough one, but all the same, it's going to be an interesting one for us. It's going to be an interesting one for us as football fans. Football fans who ask only to, yeah, you are right. Barcelona is missing a big number nine. And that's why, we have been hearing rumors that they might want Gokares. That's why they wanted Julian Alvarez. But I don't think Julian Alvarez is leaving Atletico Madrid because Julian Alvarez, Atletico Madrid are seeing it as boosting their direct rivals. Atletico Madrid wouldn't want to sell to Real Madrid. They wouldn't want to sell to Barcelona. Even if they want to sell, maybe selling to the likes of Valencia, Celta Vigo, but not Barcelona. Not Barcelona. Yeah, you are right. Also, I don't think Gokares is because in the matter of days now, the uh, leagues are starting. Why would they now suddenly sit down and say they want to sell? And that's not good. Never going to happen. And funny enough, I don't see the hype about Julian Alvarez. I don't see the hype because I don't know why suddenly everybody somehow uh interested in in Julian Alvarez. They didn't do much because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, no, 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 Julian Alvarez." To me, I still prefer Victor Gokores in the team compared to Julian Alvarez. Not one for the other. Can have the two in the team, no doubt. Different play him in a different position, but not substituting one for the other. That would be a very, very big mistake for Arsenal to sell Gokores and get Julian Alvarez. Gokores to me is a very good striker, but the system currently being played by Mikel Arteta is not helping things. To me, that's why I see it. Not helping him. This guy, it's obvious. Even at the World Cup, I think he's got some goals at the World Cup qualifiers when he was at Sporting Lisbon. And suddenly he's at Arsenal and things are not happening. Then we need to look inwards to ourselves. We need to do that because that's the only thing. Yeah, Martinez. Which Martinez is that? Arik Martinez. Who is that again? We have, uh, my mind have skipped that. Because looking at Gyökeres, he's a very big, strong guy. Oh, okay, the guy at Inter Milan. Okay, the best thing is for them to just forget about Julian Alvarez, forget about Gyökeres, and they should try as much as possible and target. Uh, they should just target. What's it called? Uh, other players from other places because whether they like it or not, he is not going to sell. He's not going to sell to uh, Atletico Madrid. Are never going to sell their players uh, to Barcelona. A direct rival. It's never going to happen. Never. It's never ever going to happen. So just forget about that. That's never going to happen. Lautaro Martinez. I like that player too. I like that guy. Uh, well, but for me, the season is gradually winding down. they should they should choose who. Who is you? Is that a Chinese name or what? I remember those days when I play football. Now everybody's busy. Now if they're able if they're able to pay me good money, 800 800K, uh, you is you. You is not me. You is a Chinese name. I don't think you're talking about me. Because for me, they won't be able to afford they won't be able to afford buying me. Myself. Yeah, I remember. I know those movies, Rush Hour. Very funny guy. Is it Christian Tucker and Jackie Chan or what's his name? Very, truly, it was funny then. Those names can be quite can be quite confusing. Oh no. It can be funny at times. It can be funny. Quite interesting, quite interesting. So just like we were discussing, um, just like we were discussing, definitely, it's going to be a very, very tough season this year. And and one thing I don't know if you guys noticed that one thing I noticed about this season was that uh it's been crazy. This season, prices has been crazy. To me, more or less like average players. Elliot Anderson over 100 million, Tonali over 100 million. That's crazy. But all the same, we'll see. As an Arsenal fan, I wanted to ask you, do you think Wenger was treated badly by Arsenal fans during his last years? Absolutely, he was treated bad. You know, as supporters, we all feel, how do I say it? As supporters, we all feel once things are not going on well, um, let's just move on. And for me, I felt that stadium was one of the things that cost Arsenal a lot because we couldn't compete. Even the best players we got were snapped up by richer teams. I remember when Manchester City were just starting. Even Chelsea got Andy Cole from us. Manchester City got Bakari Sagna, and they got Nasri. Manchester United got Van Persie from us. Lots of our wonderful players were taken over, and because Arsenal couldn't compete, and that's one of the reasons that a lot of people were frustrated. They just felt it's that. At the point, also, I was thinking, but that I just thought about it briefly that maybe we should get another coach. But then I always thought that who are we going to sign? Who is going to come in to take over Wenger? And that's why at the end of the day, you just had to resign. Well, it was tough, but now good for Mikel Arteta. They have the money. Uh, the team is rich, but then it was difficult. And those were the days that you begin to look. Arsenal were looking for $10 million players, $7 million players. But nowadays, things have gone crazy. Yeah, I remember Arsenal signing on Ozzy. Ozzy, one of because he came in from Madrid and a lot of Arsenal supporters were going crazy there. It was just like this Vinicius guy. Everybody was so happy that one of the top players coming in from Real Madrid into Arsenal. And unfortunately, he couldn't win the Premier League, but that he was a very, very, very good player. And so that's why, and even when that's what went into some people's head when Arsenal was going in for Vinicius Junior. A lot of people were saying, I don't think Arsenal has that kind of money. Arsenal can't pay. Arsenal can't. I said, though, those was that was Arsenal of the Wenger years. The Arsenal of the Mikel Arteta day is quite different. They are loaded with cash. Yeah, 3 FA Cups. That was still good. Uh, well, all supporters will want us to win non-stop. Look at uh, Pep at Manchester City winning the league back to back. Everybody wanted that. Everybody really, really, really wanted that. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be because we didn't have the money. We didn't have the money. We didn't have the cash to compete on all fronts. And it was painful. Imagine our captain then, what's this guy's name? Coaching Congo now. Fabregas went to another team. Lots of our big players, because we couldn't pay the wages. We couldn't. Basically, it was all about the wages. And funny enough, looking at Manchester United now, Manchester United, they said all those years they've been paying those money, and now, so that's why their transfer season is almost going in shambles. They can't get the players because they are not ready to pay. They are not ready to pay. They have the money. They can't say they don't have the money. Yeah, but they're just not ready to pay for what is necessary. It's a sad one for Manchester United, and that's why to me they are struggling. That their supporters or their owners, they are not ready to pay that money. Everybody is just, I don't know, their own issue. Manchester United's issue is all about the owners. That's the way I see it. Uh, Arsenal, those days that we struggle, those days are gone past. So right now, we are ready to pay. Yeah, you are right. Right now, Manchester United, to me, they are just struggling. They are, they are not. I think they're not getting their priorities right. They're not getting their priorities right. And at times, to be sincere, it's not all about money. It's not all about what's it called? It's not about money. It's not about it's just about buying the right thing. You can spend, 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 but you need to get the right thing. I'm coming. So uh, Manchester United definitely find it difficult because from what I'm hearing, they've been saying uh they've been saying they have they've been saying that they've spent the money all these years, but right now they are not they are not ready to spend again. But they will find it difficult, and they believe that they are going to win the league. I don't think so. Nowadays, gone are those days. There are some fans who are delusional who feel that they are going to win. Manchester United is going, because to me, why they even came third, because at the point they were in 15th or so or 14th, they were down less than 10 position. But the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, they collapsed. And that's why Manchester United was even able to make third. That's the way I see it. That's why they were able to make third. If not for that, they would have been down there. And funny enough, they only played the one game. They were only in the Premier League because they were knocked out early in the Carling Cup, the FA Cup, all those tournaments, they were all knocked out. So now they are playing the Champions League and the Premier League and other cup competitions. I want to see how they are going to perform. I want to see how they are going to cope. Will they be able to cope? That's another big question because you just have to have that strength in depth in your team for you to be able to cope. Because without that, you can't cope. If you are just joining us, this is Touchline Talk. And any way you can support us, it's highly appreciated. in any way you can support us. Subscription, subscribing to our channel doesn't cost you anything. Hit that like button, share this live stream, give us that thumbs up. It goes a long way. Jewels, we accept that also. So no doubt is promises to be uh, it's going to be a tough one, no doubt. It's going to be a tough one for Manchester United this season. But it's football. Anything can happen. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I even yeah, I felt Pep wanted to leave before Manchester City, even before now. But he wanted to crown it up with winning a competition, winning a cup, winning the Premier League. Let me put it that way. Winning the Premier League and going, but he just couldn't make it. 2 years ago, when Liverpool won it, he felt, oh, okay, maybe next year. And Liverpool and Arsenal won it. So that's why I just felt, I don't think I can compete again. And that's why he finally left Manchester City. And good for him, he was able to win the Champions League with them and won plenty of Premier League. So what do you expect from him? So he has to leave. And even those countries or clubs trying to get him, I knew at least he will want a year. And I'm suspecting that Pep will be going to the Serie A. I just have that feeling that that's where he will be going for his next assignment. See that he goes to the French league, or most likely he will go to Syria because he started at La Liga, then Bundesliga, Premier League. So looking at it, his next generation definitely is going to be um, his next destination is definitely going to be uh, Syria A. Just have that feeling. Maybe AC Milan, Juventus, one of those top teams. That's what he's going to do. Well, no doubt it's going to be an interesting season. Uh, yeah, you are right. Pep Guardiola, I feel not now, but I feel at the end of the day, he might just end up at retire at Barcelona because I think that's his favorite team. But for now, he's not going to go back to Barcelona. He might round it up, except he wants to retire now. He might determine to say, okay, let me round everything up at Barcelona. We will see. We will see. No doubt. Lots of news to talk about. And one of the things that amused me, or I was surprised, was Rodri going to Barcelona. I always thought that he was going to end up at Real Madrid. But I guessed they spoke to him that maybe Pep told him just go to Barcelona. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Maybe Pep just told him, go to Barcelona. That's the best team you have right now. That's the best team you have right now. And just like that, Rodri. And how will Manchester City cope? That's the $1 billion question. That's the $1 billion question. How would they cope? But to me, it's going to be a tough one for them, no doubt. It's going to be a very, very tough one for. It's going to be a very tough one for him, because so let me know what you. Also, we are hearing that Real Madrid are eyeing Arsenal's Martin Zubimendi. Zubimendi, I don't even know what to say about that guy. He did well initially, and suddenly, out of nowhere, he just lost his form. He just lost form, and yeah, me too. I wonder. I was surprised that why did he? I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at the bots. I don't know why the bots will block you, because I was wondering. I was looking at it that at times, all these bots at times they are crazy. Times they overdo the whole thing. I hope you have been unblocked. Let me take a look. Why would they block you? I That's crazy. I'm very sorry about that. Uh, if you are just joining our live, you are welcome. This is Touchline Talk. Any way you can support us, it's highly, highly appreciated. And funny enough, we accept Who's menstrual? We accept jewels too. We accept that. We accept jewels. The most popular streamer. I'm also popular too. Just kidding. Farik, so we are talking about the latest. So we are hearing that Manchester City might likely go for McAllister. That's going to be that's going to be a tough one. Tough one for them. It's going to be a tough one. But anyway, keep our fingers crossed and see how that plays out. Good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being on my life. I really appreciate that. Hope to see you tomorrow for more on the latest. Definitely promises to be an exciting one. This has been Touchline Talk, where we talk everything about football. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button any way you can. Support our channel through likes, share, draws also goes a long way. Goes a long, long way. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in by because it goes a long way. Thanks for the support. Yours are appreciated. Don't forget to hit that like button. And definitely, definitely tomorrow, uh, there's going to be another live session. No doubt. Going to be another live session. Bring you all the latest in the world of football. All the latest in the world of football. And before I go, let me give you a roundup of all the latest. Uh, and according to sources, we are hearing that Manchester City uh, are nearing the day for Lille star. You Buadi, very good player. And Manchester City are closing on a deal for Morocco and Lille defensive midfielder. You Buadi, most likely replacing Rodri. And they want it completed this week. Let's see. Definitely just has to be completed this week. Sources added that City have already agreed personal terms with Boadi on a 5-year contract and have acknowledged Lee's valuation of 100 million euros. Wow. Uh, so he was one of the uh, revelations of the World Cup. And also, the two clubs will be discussing bonus and structure of the deal this week. Uh, Man City sporting director Hugo Viana have been in constant contact with Lille president Olivia Letang and this summer in pursuit of the 18-year-old Boadi. Imagine, 18-year-old, and is doing so wonderfully well. We can't wait to see how it's going to perform. And also, Bayern are not saying anything about Jamal Musiala after his collapse in a friendly. They didn't give an update. They didn't say anything about his condition. Uh, and the 23-year-old fell in a field shortly before the end of the match, causing alarm among his teammates before the medical staff rushed to his side and they attended to him. And we'll keep our fingers crossed. This is Touchline Talk, people. It's nice seeing you all here, no doubt. And hope to see you very, very soon on my next live. Peace out and have fun. And definitely, it's going to be an interesting season. For we lovers of football, we are waiting. We can't wait to see how that's going to play out. No doubt. Promise to be an exciting week. See you tomorrow for my next live. Thanks for watching.